Hello. So, as promised, one more video about this Philips Sonicare toothbrush and its usual flaws or defects. In principle, what I wanted to say is I really like this toothbrush. It's in principle it has only two weaknesses. One of them is, and all of them, both of them is with this head. The main defect that I see is, as I said in the previous video, when people don't wash their heads, this part, it gets clogged with toothpaste, and it gets damaged, and water gets inside, and you lose the water tightness, and then yeah, all the electronics get damaged. I have a lot of them, and still haven't, or I don't really want to dive into the diagnostics and see if it's possible to recover that kind of damage. But yeah, this is the biggest issue that I see. And the next one is when you drop this toothbrush and it lands on the head, then you either push the magnet to the electromagnet, or you break the part that holds this metal pin, and yeah. So I have here these 4 toothbrushes. These 2 don't make a sound and have quite bad looking seal, so I assume they will be water damaged inside. We can see how it looks, and these 2 are turning on, but either only slight sound. So in principle the electromagnet will be at the with the magnet is landed right to the electromagnet. Yeah, here you can see. Okay, I have these 2 examples for some of the questions that I had in previous comments, so we will see them later. In principle, if you have this bad sound or no sound at all, but the lights are shining, so this usually can be repaired, or with spares, or only with making the space between electromagnet and magnet. So these are the easiest to fix, and the other ones are harder. So let's see these 2. I haven't opened them before till now, so let's see what we can see for the first time. Okay, one's out. Yeah, so electromagnet and magnet are touching on each other, so it's an easy fix just to loosen this bolt, these 2 bolts. Yeah, and one of the subscribers asked, how do you take it apart, this control board with the housing from the electromagnet part. So yeah, as I said, they have okay, let's try. In principle, you just slide it out, and some are harder to take out, some are easier, but in principle what you have is only these these 2 black pins that are holding it. So you could try to slide in something quite thin to push them up, but what my experience is usually just pull it apart strongly. Even if you break them afterwards, when you will assemble it, it's usually just pushed one to each other, so this will not affect your toothbrush if you break these pins. So just by force take it apart. So one is like this, the other one with similar symptoms. That doesn't make a sound at all. In principle will be the same. Yeah, this one, I think someone tried to hold it even longer. You can see some kind of dust that from this movement, so that's why it doesn't make any sound at all. But yeah, in principle, all you need to do is just take it apart. Okay, these are these. And then we have the with not that good looking seals, and usually the insides are quite horrible. This one looks not bad, but what you see is water gets in, it gets all kind of nasty things on here. You get rust, and yeah, you get it onto the board, and usually there are some corrosions, and yeah, like here you get all kind of corrosions from it being in a moist environment and under voltage. So yeah, I try to clean some, but usually it's no good, and something gets damaged even more. So yeah, but it's one of the options is to take it apart, clean it, and look if it helped. But you can always use this part, even if it gets some rust and water, it usually doesn't affect it. Of course, in long term, it could break maybe this part or something inside, but usually it's in quite good shape. One more. Okay. Yeah, this one here. One more. Yeah, when I'm taking this out, in principle, what I do is usually try to push on these two levers or at this side and apply the pressure downwards. So one more with water damage. Yeah, you can see rust at the electromagnet, and well, this board looks quite good. Maybe it's only the battery that got completely discharged. Sometimes it happens that the battery is completely discharged, and that's why it doesn't charge at all, because it dropped below its safe voltage value. So let's see. At the battery contacts we have, yep, 0 volts. So this battery is okay. Yeah, with this, usually the only right thing to do is to exchange the battery, because its internal chemistry is damaged because of the lower voltage, and especially when it's complete zero. But what I don't advise, but you could try, is apply some voltage with the power supplies. Much better when it has something like 3.5 and lower. This is the voltage. I think at 3.6 is usually the electronics shuts down the batteries and then doesn't allow it to recharge. But in principle, if you apply 4 volts onto the battery contacts, you could revive it. Usually takes a little bit longer, and you can do it only under strict supervision. So I'm following the amperage that it's getting, and I see that in principle this battery will be no use. It charges at 0.5 amperes, and I'm allowing it to get 2 amperes and more. So usually when the battery is still good, it jumps up to the maximum amperage that you could that it can take. And this one, after some charging, yeah, okay, so now it shows some voltage. So in principle, I think it could be that it got water damage. But yeah, let's see. Then I will exchange this battery. Maybe it will be that the electronics will not be damaged, and it could be used. Although I doubt it. It's very rare that when the seal was affected by this kind of corrosion, that the electronics will survive. Okay, yeah, but as I said, in principle, I like this toothbrush design, and it has only these two weak points. If you drop it, and as I said before, you have two options: either the whole assembly of this axle and magnet will drop down and touch the electromagnets, so then you will not have vibrations. But if you have a lot of movement at this head, then when you take it apart, in principle, you will see something like this. At this part, it broke off. No way to fix it. It will not hold any glues and so on. You need to replace this complete head. It's quite easy to do. Just one bolt to take it out, and then slide in the new head, or the head from a donor, and you can reapply the screw with Loctite, leave it to cure, and you will have functioning toothbrush again. One more damage that could be that I experienced only once, and with my first toothbrush, that was the most difficult to diagnose, and so is when I think one of the readers, subscribers, asked what to do when you make this space again when you take out the credit card, reapply the screws, take out the credit card, and this magnet just drops down back to the magnet. In principle, what you have is, or it could be that you have, is that something like this happened. Inside, from here, from this head, you have a V-shaped metal, how do you say, pin, not pin, but metal part that can break. Yeah, and then what you have is it just gets back to the electromagnet. And but how I found about it is that you have one screw. Where do you see it? Here you can see, maybe you can see, but here we have one screw that holds this screw that holds this magnet with this shape. So I thought maybe the screw had given up, and that's why the magnet keeps falling back. So I drilled, in this case, in this housing, a hole just where this screw was, but it just fell out completely. And I saw this only once I saw this, that this metal part was broken, and no way to fix it again. Yes, so what would I tell you more about this toothbrush? If you read some eBay reviews where they say, battery is dead, I don't believe these kind of things. It could be that the toothbrush was left too long uncharged, for a year maybe, or even more. Then the battery could discharge to this, as I said, this 3.5 voltage value, where it wouldn't charge. But I would say 99% it will be water damaged, and that's why it's not charging. The electronics are quite goodly protected, and I haven't saw a good toothbrush where electronic would fail. I saw some where some of the LEDs were not working, but I think these had the water damage too. So yeah, oh okay, and one more thing is this button. Sometimes you get again, if you have toothpaste going onto the seal and here down here at the button, sometimes it could be that toothpaste leftovers of the toothpaste gets inside, and the button gets harder and harder to push, and because users apply a lot of pressure on this button. Only once I saw that this button was damaged. But yeah, again, you have to apply a lot of force, and it's the button will be hard to push. And this is as some of the users are uploaded some of the videos as showed as an easy fix where they inserted the whole toothbrush into the water and try to push it a few times. I would disassemble the case and only then would submerge the case of this toothbrush underwater, and yeah, it has this water tightness, but yeah, it's not designed for that. You could easily take it out, get the whole case underwater, press a lot of times, still you see that tooth case goes out and washes out, or other way it will be to submerge it into ultrasonic cleaner. This gets it even better out. Yeah, so as I said, only one place, and two usual defects that you have to watch out is toothpaste leftover at the seal, and don't drop it, and then your toothbrush will be I think it will last a long time before it breaks down or the battery discharges, or how do you say, will be empty. So take care and hope it helps to someone, and yeah, good luck in repairs.